exactly. Admiral's coaching him right now.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get things started here in just 1 second. Okay, we're gonna be sticking on StrifeCro's point of view here, and for those of you just tuning in, it's the Deck Wars Season 1 Finals, hosted by Machinima Live and myself, Chairman V, and casting with me here is Koyuki. Okay, it looks like got a
Well,
Savage Warrior, Yeti,
that's
Big Game
pretty
Hunter's
good
good.
to have. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's pretty good to have the big game hunter against giants, and then the Chillwind Yeti as a just kind of a decent minion. Savage Roar is pretty good especially if you can find some bursts later. So no innervates and no harvest golems or anything, but not the worst hand for Strife. So he's even got his full Force of Nature Savage Roar combo now.
yeah, this is gonna be. It's going to be interesting to see if he can even get it off here with all the taunted giants and that sort of. And he draws a Black Knight too. Okay, this is going to be really good for him. All he needs is a Keeper of the Grove, and he'll be set, man.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, he's got all the ways to remove giants at least, but
Yeah.
no pressure yet.
Needs something to remove Drakes, and then he'll be good. Looks like he'll probably just hero power here. Well, he does have the Innervate. He can get a Yeti out if he wants.
Yeah, I think you might want to save that. I mean, it's only for 1 mana on the Innervate. You might want to save that for potentially having to hero power a Drake after Silence. But he doesn't have a Keeper yet, so we'll probably just see him drop a Yeti. Kungen's in that awkward kind of turn 3 of Handlock where you don't really care that much about playing stuff.
But you got to play
But
something.
you can't tap either, yeah. So
Yeah.
you might as well play something.
So he throws down the Earth Ring first here. Okay, so both players got minions on the board here. Kungen's gonna have, if he has a giant, he's probably gonna play it right here.
Yeah, either the giant or the Drake.
Yep.
All right, so we do see a giant.
And StrifeCro already has that. He definitely has the answer for the first giant here. The Big Game Hunter is going to be a great play here. He can actually remove the Earth Ring Farseer too.
Yeah,
Good turn
he
for
does lose
Strife.
both minions to Hellfire, but that also means that Kungen's not going to be playing anything.
True.
So it's kind of unfortunate that Strife didn't have like another Yeti or something just to innervate out this turn, because that would have given him both safety from Hellfire and just another big minion on the board.
Yeah, but he does have a Druid of the Claw Harvest Golem play next turn, which will
That's
be
true.
pretty
Although
nice
he might
against
even save that innervate for a turn 7 Force Savage. I mean,
Okay, yeah.
Kungen is pretty close to just getting bursted out really, really early in this game, actually. Strife's got 8 power on the board. He's got a handful of cards, but I think he would have Hellfired already if he had one. So,
He doesn't look happy too, so it doesn't look like he has a
looks
great choice.
pretty unhappy. I mean, he knows that Strife's been eliminated. He knows Strife knows, so Strife's only playing spoiler here. But, making Kungen earn his spot, at
Yeah.
the very least. But
Strife's a competitor, so he's a professional too, so
yeah.
he'll play this out.
And it's a show of sportsmanship for Strife to do that, basically for Admirable.
Yep.
Now, and he's gonna Bird Coin and Shadow Flame? That's a wow. That does
Okay.
clear the board,
I mean,
but it
it's
is
not
a
bad.
very expensive clear.
It is an expensive clear, and there's a lot of other big minions in StrifeCro's Druid deck, which he could use Shadow Flame. He does have one more, so he could use it a little bit later on maybe a giant or Power Overwhelming Ancient Watcher or something like that to help clear the board. But StrifeCro's got this whole turn to play with right now. He's got 6 mana. He's got the Innervate too that could bring him up to 8 mana if he wants. What do you think he's going to do here?
Kungen didn't really have a good answer to a 4-2 last turn. I think I would just play the Druid of the Claw in charge mode, hit for 4, and then drop out the Harvest Golem there.
Yeah.
Like, there's actually going to be almost no reason to let Kungen get to the point where he can even play a Molten Giant, just because he does have that 14-point burst in his hand, so... yeah, looks like exactly what he's going to do.
Yeah, we say cat form here. It's going to do 4 damage. And Kungen a little bit under the gun here. He's going to have to at least remove one of these minions. He's got a Soulfire. He could potentially remove the cat form. But it's going to go with the Ancient Watcher, maybe taunt it up.
Oh, this could be a huge blowout if he just, like, Sun Fury. With 2 of them, it's not going to be a blowout anymore, but Black Knight is going to take out one of those things, most likely, and,
yeah.
Well, then again, I mean, I guess...
It's not bad. It's not terrible for Kungen.
Yeah, I guess we could see the cat going into one of the Watchers, Yeti, and then finishing off the damaged one with a hero power, and then save Black Knight for the next turn.
Yeah, I think that'd be a good play.
Yeah, there's not a great way to clear one with the Black Knight, just because you kind of lose both your Golem and your cat, so... But, yeah, that looks like exactly what Strife's gonna do, so... Oh, he's gonna leave that.
He's gonna leave that.
Alright.
So he can save the cat, you know, the Druid of the Claw, and he can remove it with the Yeti. That's smart play.
Yeah, that's a very good play. I mean, I think there's not a lot of like really good responses. Like again, we know that Kungen didn't really have a great way to answer that 4-2, which means he probably doesn't have a great way to answer a bunch of Yetis and 4/4s. So.
This could be the most crucial turn right here. If he doesn't deal with this in a good way. Okay, so he removes that Yeti. I mean, that play was that injuring the Ancient Watcher 1 damage there was really a setup for the Yeti. So this puts a little bit of a wrench in what StrifeCro was trying to do this turn. Still has that Black Knight though. This is going to be a great turn for him still.
It's probably just going to be Black Knight the 4/5, trade the 4/4, and then hero power the 2/1, get in for a couple of damage.
Yep.
And remember, like I said, Strife is basically going to be looking to keep a 4-power guy on the board and to keep Kungen at around 20 life, and then just finish him with
Force Nature, Savage Roar.
Yeah, Force and Savage.
Okay, Kungen here. He's got to hope he draws a giant. Even if he draws a Mullen Giant, he's not going to be able to play it. So, you know, a Twilight Drake would actually be a pretty good draw for him right now.
He's already lost one Mountain Giant. Twilight Drake would only be a 4/5, so it would actually go down to that Black Knight. And
yeah, it wouldn't be that great. That's true.
And yeah, like Kungen's actually looking at a pretty bad spot. He's almost out of cards in hand. Like if he plays a Mountain Giant, it's actually going to cost him his whole turn. I think 12. Yeah, it'd be 8 mana. So can't.
I don't even think he has it. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he has it. And Strife's going to have a big turn next turn with just the Ancient of Lore and Hero Power. Yeah, he's got he's got 6 mana. He's thinking really hard here. He's already used 1 Siphon Soul, so he's not going to have another one for an Ancient of Lore. He's got to be kind of worried. Strife's kind of had a never-ending stream of minions. So...
yeah. He's going to come down to the wire here. He's got to make a play here, but the timer runs out.
Yeah, and we saw in his match versus Admirable, he actually ran out of time on a turn.
Yeah, the very final turn in match, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, as Admirable showed good sportsmanship and just conceded there. But, he wasn't necessarily going to lose that game. And, wow, Strife.
He's got a great turn here. With the Ancient of Lore and the potential Wrath, too.
Yeah, drawing all the answers here.
And a taunt, too. So,
yeah, but this is going to be almost game over here, actually. Kungen's going to need to throw down a couple of big taunters or clear the board somehow, and really doesn't look like he's going to have any way to do that. He's not without, like, maybe double Hellfire can work, but double Hellfire will put him in range of that all-important 14 you get from Force Savage, so...
He needs, like, a Sun Fury Protector, Power Overwhelming Shadow Flame, or something like that to clear the board.
Yeah, and we already saw him use 1 Shadow Flame, so...
Yeah, we saw him use 1 of them. Man, he's not gonna... I can't think of any other plays to really clear this thing.
Faceless Shadow Flame would work as well.
Faceless
Because he can
Shadow
copy
Flame,
the
yeah.
5/5.
Faceless Shadow Flame would work.
But yeah, he's in a bit of trouble. He has to clear both the Black Knight and the 5/5
Yep.
to live through next turn. He doesn't know this, but he's got to be thinking, this is turn 9. It's getting kind of close to that point where Druid's just gonna throw a bunch of damage at my face.
Well, he knows that the Force of Nature Saboteur is a possibility too, because he knows StrifeCro has that in his deck, and everybody that's playing against this type of deck is always super wary about it going into turn 9. But it doesn't look like he has it. He's in trouble. He doesn't seem like he has any good answers. He wouldn't take this long to have a good answer.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have a good
Wow,
answer.
he's gonna have to play a big game Hunter here into an Argus, and that's
gonna be game.
gonna be game here. He's gotta
Stripe
keep.
all the damage in hand.
Yep, he's got he's got plenty of damage to kill him here. He's even got to keep the crow up too if he wanted just to silence it. But he's gonna go ahead and finish him off, and Strifer's gonna get on the board here. Gonna be still down 2-1 in the Specified series. A lot riding on the results of this series. Not necessarily for StrifeCro, but for Kungen. He must win to advance to the grand finals, which is coming up next against Tides of Time.